Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all journalists, media professionals, and distinguished guests joining us today for the Global Peace Media Fellowship. My name is Candace, and I will be your MC for today's Global Peace Media Fellowship. Today, we are joined by journalists and media representatives from Africa, Europe, Asia, and many other parts of the world. We sincerely appreciate all of you for taking the time to be here despite your busy schedules. Before we begin, we would like to make one brief announcement. Please note that parts of today's events may be recorded or captured for documentation and archiving purposes. Photos and videos materials may later be used for this event highlights, HWPL media content, and promotional materials. We kindly ask for your understanding and cooperation. This Global Peace Media Fellowship is being held under the slogan, Power to Connect, Duty to Reflect. Over the next 4 months, we will gather once a month to exchange perspectives on media and society, share articles and content from different countries, discuss field experiences, and build international networking and collaboration opportunities. Before we begin, let us now take a moment to watch the congratulatory remarks together. Now, we will hear opening remarks from Mr. Andy Bermott and General Directors from Public Relations Department of HWPL different branches' message. Let's watch the video.
My friends, my fellow journalists, my brothers and sisters in the noble craft of truth-telling from Zambia, from Europe, from Korea, from every corner of our troubled, but yet hopeful worlds. Good morning. Though I cannot be before you live today, I'm with you in every word you are about to hear. Right now, I'm in my own country. I'm sitting in a first aid course, a first aid training, preparing myself as a volunteer for disaster response. When floods come, when crises strike without warning, somebody and someone must be ready to help. That's why I'm here today instead of there with you. But technology, that double-edged sword of our age, has allowed me to record these words in advance, so my voice reaches you across the distance, because some responsibilities cannot wait, and the responsibility of peace-oriented journalism is one of them. Let us speak us plainly. Let us speak as history demands. For centuries, humanity has stood at the edge of the abyss. And it had always been the journalists, the witness with the pen, the witness with the camera, the witness with the conscience, who decided whether we fell or pulled back. Think of it. In the smoke of the World War II, brave correspondents risked everything to expose the machinery of death, forcing the world to say, never again. In the heat of even the American civil rights struggle, grainy black and white images of marching children and fire hoses did what speeches alone could not do. They shattered indifferences. They shattered and bent the moral arc of a nation. From the townships of South Africa to the streets of Soweto, from the fall of the Berlin Wall to the Arab Spring. It was not armies alone that changed history. It was the stories that made the world to see. And yet, Here we are in 2026, watching the same ancient drama play out in new digital clothes. Algorithms now do what tyrants once did by hand. They divide us, they radicalize us, and turn our neighbor against our neighbor. Deep fakes spread faster than truth. One viral lie can ignite a riot. One honest report can prevent a war. Misinformation is no longer a bug in the system. It is the system. And if we, the media professionals of this generation, do not choose to become the antidote, then history will record that we were complicit. Complicit in the darkest chapter. And that's why this Global Peace Media Fellowship is not merely an event. It's a moment in a long story of human progress. We gather not to complain about the world that it is. We gather to rebuild a world that it must become. A world we want to shape. We gather to prove that journalism can be more than a mirror. It can be a map. A map that leads divided people back towards understanding. A map that turns strangers into allies. A map drawn in the ink of empathy, the pixels of courage, and the unrelenting light of truth. Let this word stay with you. Long after the screen goes dark, history does not remember the loudest voices. It remembers the bravest stories. When the world was on fire, it was the journalists who ran toward the flames, not to watch it burn, but to light the way out. Peace is not the silence after the bombs stop falling. Peace is a conversation we choose to have before the next bomb is ever built. This fellowship is our generation's answer to that conversation. Journalists from the global south and the global north, from newsrooms and from the front lines of digital storytelling, choosing to connect instead of compete, choosing to share reporting experiences that heal instead of harm, choosing to build a sustainable international network that outlives any single crisis or news cycle. I know the weight of this work as a single father raising my daughter. I understand what it means to fight for a future you may not live to see fully realized. I understand what it means to look at the tomorrow, to hand it in a broken world. That same refusal lives in every one of you. So today I challenge you, I challenge us. Bring your hardest questions. Bring your most unflinching reporting. Bring your courage to cross every border, geographically, culturally, ideologically, and listen as if the future of our own children depends on it. Because it does. When we leave this fellowship, let the world say on the 30th of May 2026, a new chapter began, not written by politicians or generals, but by journalists who decided that their profession would no longer fuel division. It would restore light, Together. Together we will connect. Together. Together we will reflect. Together we will write a history our children can be proud of. Because when media chooses peace, humanity finally has a fighting chance. Thank you. Thank you. And now, let us begin. Let us begin together this historic work. Together with HWPL 08's Heavenly Culture, World Peace, Restoration of Rights. Because we, yes we are one.
안녕하세요. 글로벌 3지부 홍보언론부 팀장 이영입니다. 글로벌 피스 미디어 팔로우십 개최를 진심으로 축하드립니다. 빠르게 변화하는 시대 속에서 국가와 문화를 넘어 언론인들이 서로 연결되고 협력하는 일은 점점 더 중요해지고 있다고 생각합니다. 이번 팔로우십이 다양한 시각과 경험을 나누며 평화를 위한 좋은 대화와 관계가 만들어지는 뜻깊은 시간이 되기를 바랍니다. 참여하신 모든 언론인 여러분들을 응원하며 앞으로의 활동도 진심으로 기대하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Hello everyone. I'm Chloe Lee, the General Director of the Public Relations Department of Global Branch 4. Congratulations on the launch of the Global Peace Media Fellowship. We work with the belief that the pen is more powerful than any bomb. Let us be the driving force of a new era of peace. This is the mission of our time. Thank you.
Hi. Journalism has the power to build dialogue and create great positive social change. I support this international fellowship and wish the very best to all participants. We are one.
안녕하세요. 글로벌 12지부 언론팀장 허예일입니다. 급변하는 글로벌 환경 속에서 국제 언론의 협력과 교류는 그 어느 때보다 중요해졌습니다. 이때 글로벌 8지부에서 글로벌 피스 미디어 펠로우십이 진행된다는 소식을 듣고 기대가 큽니다. 이번 펠로우십을 통해 국경을 넘어선 가치 있는 토론을 이루고 지속 가능한 네트워크가 구축되기를 소망합니다. 행사의 성공을 같은 마음으로 응원하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much for your wonderful congratulatory remarks. We truly hope that today's fellowship becomes a valuable starting point for deeper dialogue, international friendship, and continued collaboration among journalists and media professionals around the world, as remarks said. It's just the beginning of today's event. Please stay tuned and get a lot from here. Now, here is our index. Today's the Global Peace Media Fellowship will go in 3 main sessions: opening questions, article and insight sharing, and community announcement. Now, let us begin our first session, opening questions. We'd like to keep this session relaxed and interactive. Before today's fellowship, we collected responses through a Google form, and many participants shared thoughtful and diverse answers. Today, we'll go through some of those responses together and open the conversation around them to connect one another. Please feel free to share any thoughts, experiences, or reflections in the chat. You are also welcome to leave short comments or reactions to other participants' responses. And for the time limitation, please keep your answers not too long. Here is our first question. Question number 1. How is the atmosphere in your city today? So before sharing your answer, please briefly introduce your name, organization, and country. Please raise your hand first, anyone who wants to share. Then could I ask to Mr. Mr. Andreas Clem? Hello, how are you?
It's a great honor that you taking me in. I'm very grateful and thankful. I'm calling from a city close to Mannheim in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working for lovepeacepeople.org, which actually is involved in human rights. We are active for peace, justice, and social development, and I'm the author of 15 books published and the chairman of lovepeacepeople.org. In the village close to Mannheim, it's quite, it used to be hot, about 35 degrees. The temperatures got lowered, and so it's now rainy, and thunderstorms appeared.
It seems to be coming like heavy rainy season soon.
Yeah, so something similar. But however, we keep the spirit, good spirits up, and we are thankful, and it's a wonderful area to be. Mannheim, Heidelberg, it's a nice area to visit, and it's a quite multicultural place where
Mm-hmm.
people from about 160 countries
Mm-hmm.
meet each other every day,
Mm-hmm.
and we are thankful for this.
Mm. Thank you so much, and it's really nice to meet you, Mr. Andreas.
It's
Uh,
nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've got a little cold, you know. I've got sick.
it doesn't seem like that, and I hope you get well soon. And I look
Thank
forward
you
to
very much.
seeing you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you. And now I would like to move on to yes, here is the one who raised hand already. Hello, Miss Julia Makwama.
Hello, how are you? Um,
I'm great, thank you. How are
okay,
you?
I'm all right. Yes, so I just want to answer the question on how the atmosphere is in my city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Lusaka,
Mm-hmm.
Zambia, and we are getting into winter actually. So the past few days it's been getting cold. So, but climate variabilities. Sometimes you don't know if it's cold, you don't know if it's warm, you don't know if it's hot. It will be very cold during the day. Maybe later on in the afternoon, it becomes a bit hot. And then in the evening, it's cold again. In the night, it's cold. So right now, I would say it's a bit chilly. And I don't know if it makes sense. It's a bit chilly, but it's also warm. So yeah, so that is the atmosphere really, and this takes us back to climate variabilities. Yeah, but otherwise it's peaceful, it's calm, it's yeah, people minding their business. It's okay.
Thank you so much for sharing, Miss Juliet Makoma. And like in Zambia is coming winter now. I mean dry season, right?
We are getting into winter. We are from the rainy season. Now we are getting into winter.
Ah, oh, I see.
Mhm.
It,
Yeah.
it's very various weather, depends on the countries. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah.
And now I would like to move on to Miss Ludia Piri. Hello, how are you? It's really nice to meet you. Could you turn on the microphone and could you answer about the first question?
Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Hey, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Good too. It's great
Oh,
to hear.
so could you briefly share your name and your organization and could you answer about the question?
Well, my name is Ludia Pirungwadzai, from Zambia, Lusaka. I'm a journalist from the private media institution called the Mast newspaper. And the atmosphere, as my colleague Juliet said earlier on, it's very cold in Lusaka. I'm in my blanket right now, working from home.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So you are from Zambia as well, right?
Yes, Lusaka, Zambia.
Okay. So in Africa, there has been coming winter. Is it right?
Network is bad. Hello. Sorry?
Yes. So it seems to be coming the winter in Zambia, as Ms.
Yes, yes.
Makama shared it before.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to joining today's event as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much too.
Thank you so much. It's really nice to meet you. It's fascinating to hear how different the atmosphere can be from country to country. Let's move on to our second question. Question number 2. What keywords or issues are currently being covered most by the media in your country? These are the answers we got in the Google registration form in advance. And is there anyone who wants to share first why you chose these answers? And if you cannot find your answers, could you share your answers? Oh, yeah, I've saw already that Mr. Emmanuel Muimba. Hello, Mr. Emmanuel Muimba. If you're available, please could you turn on your microphone and answer about the question? Hello, Mr. Emmanuel Muimba. Sorry, I think connection is not good. It seems to be not good. So could you share your answer through the chat room? Uh, thank you so much for uh raising your hand and participating. Now I would like to move on other panelists. Mr. Tawanda. Hello, how are you? Hello, Mr. Tawanda. Could you speak out loud? Sorry, I cannot hear.
Okay, hello, are you able to get me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you and you are if you don't mind, could I ask you that how could I call you Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
Miss Tawanda. Nice to meet
Yes.
you.
Nice to meet you too. So for me I'm in Lusaka, Zambia, and right now I think the most topical issue for us, the media, is the 2026 general elections.
Mm-hmm.
We are in an election period. The campaigns have already started, and August 13 we are supposed to be having our general elections. So that is something that everyone is talking about, from issues of political violence to which presidential candidate managed to file in their nominations, and because this is like the first time that we are having this election under new reforms. Our constitution was amended recently, and we have more constituencies now, which means it's a whole different kind of arrangement. Literally the first time we are having this kind of election, so everyone is indeed just talking about elections. And because even for the first time ever, we have a lot of independent presidential candidates contesting as well in the election. So it's all elections. Of course, there are some issues here and there, but mainly most media houses are just talking elections.
It's very important timing, and you must be very busy. But thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Miss Tawanda, if you don't mind, could you introduce yourself briefly? I think I missed your organization and your name.
So
Full
my
name?
name is Tawanda Munyuki. I work for a private media house, a TV station called Crown TV in Lusaka, Zambia.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. It's really nice to meet you. I've heard you before, I think. I look forward
Yeah.
to joining today's event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And now I can see the Mr. Emmanuel Muemba again. So, Mr. Emmanuel Muemba, could you answer about this question? And if you are available, I would like to ask you to turn on the camera. Hello, Mr. Emmanuel Muemba. Sorry, I think I can hear you. I can hear you. Could you speak out loud? Could you turn up? If you don't mind, could you share the answers through the chat room? I think your microphone seems doesn't work. Doesn't seem wrong work. So yes, now I would like to move on the next panelist. Um, please share your answers through the chat room. I will wait for it. Now, I have another, I can see another panelist, so I would like to ask that Mr. Gary Swamandala. So, hello, Mr. Gary Swamandala.
Hello, thank
How are
you.
you?
And how are you doing? Hi to everyone. Yeah, so
Great.
my name is Gary Wamundila. I'm a journalist working in Zambia. Currently working in Kalomo district, and Kalomo is in southern province, in the southern part of Zambia. So currently, I think just to add on to what my other colleagues from Zambia have actually touched on regarding what is happening currently in my country. So is to do with elections, but specifically, like in the area where I am, there's been quite a number of independent candidates who have actually withdrawn to support candidates for the ruling party. Yeah, so most parliamentarians here actually have gone unopposed pending the election in August. So they already unopposed, those at council level as well as parliamentary level. And also one of the things I have actually seen happening in the recent past, like this week, issues to do with violence. Some candidates, especially in the southern part of Zambia where I am, you know, some cadres or political cadres trying to wage violence because they belong to a certain political party and they don't want some independent candidates to actually, you know, challenge the ruling party candidates who are standing. Yeah, so there's been a little bit of some violence. Some independent candidates also threatened in a way. Yeah, so basically, in a nutshell, that's what is happening in my country and specifically where I am. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Gary Swamdilla. Now let's move on to our third question. I think it was meaningful opportunity to realize that there are many important social issues happening around the world that we may not normally hear about. Um, Even though we are living same global community today allowed us to better understand the different realities, concerns, and stories taking place in each country. Now, here is our question number 3. We are all connected through media, and in many ways, our work serves as a bridge between people and society. So we'd love to hear a little more about your own journey. So, question number 3. What inspired you to pursue the path of journalism or media work? And these are the answers that we received in advance from all of the media professionals. Truth and accurate information, storytelling for change, voice for the voiceless, bridge between public and leaders, and community and global impact. So, is there anyone who wants to share first why you chose these answers? Okay, so if you don't mind, could I ask to Mr. Osman? Hello? Hello, Mr. Osman, how are you? Could you turn on your microphone and camera? Could you answer about this question? What inspired you pursue the path of the journalism? Okay, so I think if you are available to share, please share your answers through the chat room. Now, I would like to move on to here again, Mr. Andreas Clem.
Thank you very much. I started my career as a journalist already back in 1984.
Wow.
About 42 years ago. And I've been moved to provide information, accurate information, to be a bridge builder for understanding dialogue and education and peace and social justice. And I became managing director of a company in the United Kingdom for almost 18 years. I had to quit my position in 2024, about 2 years ago. I became a founder of lovepeacepeople.org, which is, as I mentioned before, which is active for peace, understanding, education, social justice, and for understanding. And I became also the chairman of Liberty and Peace Now human rights supporters. And I'm not only writing articles, taking pictures, but I'm producing music for peace, and I'm the author of 16 books published in the German, French, and English language.
Oh, well, actually, I can't wait to listen to of your story, more about your story, and I really look forward to your cooperation with HWPL. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so the leg of the time, I think I need to move on to our next question. Okay, let's move on to our first question. This question is especially meaningful because journalism is not only about reporting information, but also about the moments when media can truly impact people, communities, and society. Sometimes the most rewarding experiences come from very small moments, hearing community voices, seeing positive reactions from audience. So here is question number 4. What was the most rewarding experience you had as a journalist or media professional? And these are the answers that we received in advance from all of the media professionals. So is there anyone who wants to share first why you chose these answers? So for this time, could I ask Mr. Joseph Piri? Mr. Piri? Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. It's really good to see you again. Could you answer about this question?
Great. Minji, hi. I've seen the text you've written. Amanda Nokabwino Okabwanji and Andreas. That was inspiring to hear from you. That you started your journalism some years back, obviously, some years just before I was born. I remember having answered this question, and I think I may have given a number or two, but one of the answers I gave was the second one, saying giving voice to the vulnerable communities. Yes, I started practicing as a journalist in 2012, and I've covered different events. And in the process, I've learned to differentiate between what really gives me joy and what doesn't. I can give a scenario where I've covered high profile events as well as um, covering the vulnerable. And by this, I mean going in far-flung areas to cover stories for the marginalized, the vulnerable communities, those that may think to be detached from society. And I think it was in 2022 when I did a story. Actually, I have a soft spot for persons with disabilities. Every time that I'm called upon to cover such stories, I always do that. I go there and I cover them. So I did a story in 2022, 2023, somewhere there. And this story was highlighting the challenges that persons with disabilities are going through and the need for the decision makers, people in key positions, to actually look into their plight and have them assisted. It is now that we are seeing government changing the constitution, where now they're accommodating persons with disabilities to have a ticket on the election, which are going to have this year. So maybe come August 14 or come August 17 this year, you're going to see a person with a disability being elected because it is now in the constitution. All this comes about because of some of the efforts we've been putting across different media platforms, including myself, to see to it that persons with disabilities are assisted. And from the story that I did in 2022, I got an award. Yes, and most of these awards they come with monetary form, but what really melted my heart was, yes, my works are being now recognized by different organizations, different NGOs, that yes, Joseph, you are now a champion for disability. I think that was so inspirational for me. And then that was the most rewarding experience. Apart from that, I've won different awards, more than 12 awards, but I think that one was outstanding for me because of the nature of uh, the plight, the calls I've been getting from persons with disabilities. And from that time on, I've carried on to do stories with disabilities. I've invited these people to the studio and I continue working with them.
Thank you so much for sharing. Um, well, actually, after I listened to all of your dead answers, like even though the war can often be demanding or challenging, single article or media story can become the beginning of the hope and change for someone. So with that in mind, let's give another big round of applause to all the journalists and media professionals joining us today here. Now, I would like to ask, here is Miss or Mr. Lushomo? Lushomo? Mr. Lushomo? Lusomo? Hello. Could you answer about this question? Could you share your stories briefly? Yes, I think he's not available now. So if you are available, please share your story through the chat room. Now let's move on to our last question, the question number 5. What value do you consider most important when writing or producing media content? These are the answers that we received in advance from all of the media professionals. There are accuracy, fairness, responsibility, human interest, and peace and public understanding. Is there anyone who wants to share first why you chose these answers, or what else answers do you want to answer? So for this time, could I ask to Miss Ludia Piri again? Hello, Miss Piri. Could you answer about this question? If you're not available now, please share your answers through the chat room. Or could I ask to the Patricia Kumbuyo? Kumbuyo. Mr. or Mrs. Patricia? Miss?
Or maybe I can try.
Good morning.
Sorry. I think I will give you another opportunity to share your thoughts, Mr. Giuseppe. Thank you so much. So, could I ask the Miss Patricia first? Miss Patricia Kumbuyo? If you don't mind, could I ask you that Miss or Mrs.? How can I call you?
Miss.
Miss
Miss.
Patricia Kumbuyo. Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm fine, and how are you?
I'm great. It's really nice to meet you. Yes.
So for me, I chose number 2, which is fairness. Why did I choose this aspect? It's because when it comes to so when we're preparing, or rather bringing sources to talk on different, let's say, the current campaign system in the country, you have to balance it up by bringing both parties, not only one, so that the viewers out there can be able to get full information from both parties and not just assume that, okay, maybe the other party is not doing the right thing, or maybe they don't want. But when they get the full information on the same story, they'll be able to make an informed decision towards that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, and I look forward to enjoying today's event.
Same.
Thank you. And now I would like to ask here, Mr. Ferry, Joseph Ferry, could you share that you just turned on the microphone, but here is your turn.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, could you answer briefly, if you don't mind?
Come again?
I'm wondering if you
Say
answer this briefly.
I can answer.
Briefly.
What are you saying, Candy? Okay, briefly, great. What I consider the most when writing or writing stories, producing programs, most of those points have been highlighted here because they go hand in hand. Accuracy, fairness, responsibility. You need to know what sort of stories you're going to write, and is this information that I'm publishing, does it have any potential threats that can destabilize society? Or if I'm writing this story, am I injuring any group of society? So you need to bear in mind, you need to put all these aspects into consideration. But I think I must have written on a piece and a public understanding also. In most of my articles that I write, programs I produce on radio, I ensure that I try to explain complex policies into very accessible information for those people on the ground. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. And now I would like to move on to another panelist. I think, yeah, lastly, I would like to ask Mr. Osman again. If you are available, could you turn on your microphone and camera? Could you answer about this? Oh. I think he has connection problems, so maybe we can listen to him next opportunity. So thank you so much. And oh, yes, here he comes. Just please understand about the bad connection. And lastly, we listen to the Mr. Osman's answer about this, and we would like to move on to the next session.
Yeah, hello.
We're waiting for
Hello.
you.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, could you answer about this question?
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Osman Kayat here in Malawi, specifically in Salima district. Maybe this is my very first time today speaking here, so I would love to share as in how the weather here is. So we're having a cold weather. I think it's so good here. But then, as a journalist, I would say, as a journalist who is working for Times Group here in Malawi, I would say first of all, I will talk of accuracy, whereby we have to make sure that as journalists, we are reporting valid information. Like we have to make sure that whatever we are reporting, whatever we're giving out to the communities, to the general public, is information which is truthful, and just to ensure that there is no rumors about it. It's all what is on the ground. That's all I can say. Hello.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your sharing. Now there was yes, thank you for wonderful insight and meaningful stories shared today. I believe moments like this remind us why this work is deeply meaningful and worth continuing. I'm sure we could continue these conversations much longer, and I truly hope to see many of you again next month as we continue building connections, sharing experiences, and growing this Global Peace Media Network together. Now we'll move on to session 2, article and insight sharing. In this session, participants will share media content and field experiences they have personally created and covered. Beyond simply introducing media content, we hope this becomes a space to discuss why certain topics were chosen, what challenges arose during reporting, and what reactions or experiences emerged in the field. So please include the following points in your presentation: a brief summary of the article, the background or motivation behind writing the article, and reflections or impressions while writing the article. Please keep in mind that is please keep your presentation within 5 minutes. Also, if you have any questions through presentations, please hold your all questions until all presentations are completely finished. So then, shall we invite our first presenter? Our first content is a video report from Zambia, produced by Mr. Emmanuel Muimba of Zambia News and Information Services. This report highlights a community cleanup initiative in Lusaka that brought together local organizations, public institutions, and young people to promote environmental responsibility, public health, and community engagement. Let's watch the report first.
A cleanup exercise organized by Heavenly Culture, World Peace and Restoration of Light in partnership with the Lusaka City Council and Good Shepherd Catholic Church as part of activities marking Africa Freedom Month. The initiative was focused on promoting youth participation in crime prevention, environmental cleanliness and community safety. Emmanuel Moemba now reports.
Of commemorating Africa Freedom Month, Heavenly Culture, World Peace, Restoration of Light, in partnership with the Lusaka City Council and Good Shepherd Catholic Church, conducted a cleanup exercise in Lusaka's Kabwata area aimed at encouraging youth participation in crime prevention and the creation of safer communities. Speaking during the exercise, Lusaka City Council Public Health Director Victor Kagoli encouraged junior councillors to take part in the monthly cleanup initiative.
So the peace-led activities with the support and guidance of KIG will be very necessary. Therefore, I'm requesting all our junior council, being a director in charge of junior councillors in the city, I'm employing all the junior councils to respond to this call of the Minister of Local Government to do the cleanup every month.
Meanwhile, HWPL Zambia branch manager Manji Ko said the organization will continue working with government and churches to promote peace and unity among youths.
What we're doing here today is not just for one-time projects. We are encouraging all the youth together with the religious community that every month we have to gather and then do this cleanup activity. This is not just for the sake of cleaning today, but what we're trying to do is spread a culture of peace.
And Good Shepherd Catholic Church representative Victor Banda called on churches and communities to support government's efforts aimed at preventing disease outbreaks.
We've partnered here with HWPL and the council just to take care of our surroundings, because if we don't take care of it, it will backfire on us. If we take care of it, even it will take care of us in terms of diseases like cholera and many others. So I encourage other churches to come on board to partner with us.
Youth representative Elias Ngoma encouraged fellow youths to stop dumping garbages in undesignated places.
We many times love limits on the government. Meanwhile, government should take a step to come and build a drainage for us. But us youth actively use a lot of products like biscuits, drinks we buy in shops. Use then those drainages as bins and have them blocked.
The cleanup exercise.
You're watching Zanis News.
Beyond the cleanup activity itself, the story also reflects the important role the young people can play in building safer, healthier, and more connected communities. So let's hear more about the reports and the story behind it from the Mr. Emmanuel Muimba. Mr. Muimba, the floor is yours. Could you turn on the microphone? I can see your microphone on, and I'm afraid that I cannot hear you. So could you share about your story through the chat room. If you share that, then I can read it out. So once you check your microphone or once you check your story through the chat room, please let us know. So thank you so much for sharing your report. And it was interesting to share about this reporting. And thank you once again for sharing your insight with us. Our next contribution comes from Mr. Alfonso Casongo, news editor at Powerhouse Media Group. The content he will be introducing today focuses on political developments and public discussions surrounding leadership, elections, and governance in Zambia. Stories like this often attract significant public attention and remind us of the important role media plays in helping citizens stay informed about issues that shape society and public life. Rather than focusing on any particular political position, this topic highlights how journalism helps bring important national conversations to the public. So we will now like to invite Mr. Kasongo to briefly introduce the story and share the perspective behind his coverage. Hello, Mr. Kasongo. The floor is yours. If you are available, please could you turn on your microphone and share your story about this coverage? If you're not available to share now, please share through chat room. And now I would like to move on. Our next presentation comes from Mr. Oh, sorry for missing that I have to move on our next presenter. Our next presentation comes from Mr. Joseph Piri, producer at the Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation. The article he will be sharing today focuses on discussions between government representative and Christian leaders in Zambia on strengthening peace, cooperation, and dialogue within communities. The story highlights how dialogue and collaboration among different sectors of society can contribute to greater understanding and social harmony. We will now like to invite Mr. Piri to share more about the story and the perspective behind his coverage. Mr. Piri, the floor is yours.
Candy just caught me unawares here. I was busy writing something. But I think I can just I hope I can give this information within a minute or two. Just give me some seconds.
Okay, then I will go back another slide and I will maybe give you another turns to explain about this, if you don't mind. Okay, then
Well, but I can just say this, I think, in a minute, and then we can move on, if it's okay with you.
But I think there is other participants is waiting here or waiting here.
Oh no, you can give them the chance then.
Yes, so we'll move on and we'll go back to you. Now I would like to ask about. So here is our next presenter. Our next media content today focuses on growing efforts to promote peace education in Zambia and the role of education in fostering mutual understanding and responsible citizenship among young people. The article highlights recent development involving the Ministry of Education, schools, and community stakeholders working together to support peace education initiative. Rather than hearing it from me, let's hear directly from the journalist who covered the story. But I think she is unable to be with us today. So we were pleased to learn about this coverage through this article. Thank you for sharing this media content with our fellowship today. And we hope to welcome you in person next time to tell us more about her experiences. Now, let's continue with our next presentation. Our final presentation today comes from journalist Miss Julia Makamwa. There is one more, so she's not final. So here's our next presentation. The content she will be sharing is a special interview featured in Beyond Headlines, a series by the Media Association for Global Peace, MAGP. So through the interview, she shared her journey in journalism, her perspective on peace, and the values that continue to guide her work as a media professional. As one of the first journalists to be featured in this interview series, before hearing more about the insight behind it, we'll first love to hear how the experiences was for you. And from there, perhaps you could also share some of the reflections and messages that stayed with you after the interview. Miss Makamwa, could you turn on your microphone? The floor is yours. Oh, I see. So once you check your network, we will go back to you. So now, now I would like to introduce about the next coverage from the Mr. Osman. Hello, Mr. Osman.
Yeah, hello.
So thank you for joining today. So this is our session for article and insight sharing presentation. So you already shared your article before. So could you explain about your behind stories or experience that you want to share?
Maybe I think I would like to talk about an article which I wrote should be some months ago. I wrote it in March.
Mm-hmm.
So the article is all about suicide cases here in the country, here in Malawi, to be more specific.
Mm-hmm.
So the article is the title itself. It's "When Hope Hanged by a Thread." I wrote this article just because I just wanted to highlight more about what is happening here in our country in terms of economic challenges, which is forcing men. Should be more specific on that one because it's a lot of men here who are committing suicide cases due to the problem that we're having of economical challenges. So, as in here in Malawi, just as I have already said, I'll be specific. Here in Salima district, a lot about this other man who was about to commit suicide, but then he got saved by other community members. You know, they caught the guy who was about to hang himself in the graveyard on 25 December. Or maybe briefly, what happened is that on 25 December, you know, most of the times this is a day where Christians do celebrate Christmas. So the guy left his home in the morning hours, going out trying to get some business just to get some money and to get food for the family. but then he came late. I think that was around past 6 p.m. Should be 6 to 7 p.m. But then he arrived home without any food. So, being Christmas Day, the family members had already missed lunch where they were supposed to celebrate Christmas, but then it seemed like Christmas was not happening in their home. So the guy, after arriving, his wife started shouting at him, "Why are you coming home late and then you don't have anything? You haven't provided anything for the Christmas. Me and the kids here have been waiting for you to come here with something so that, something delicious so that we should celebrate." But this didn't happen. So the guy was stressed, with the way the woman was talking to him. So he left home and went to the graveyard where he was planning to commit suicide. You know, at the end of the whole thing, he got rescued. After being interviewed, he mentioned why he was planning to do so. And then it seemed like this is not the only guy here in Salima, but then we have so many cases whereby so many men have been trying to commit suicide. This just because all the things are here in Malawi. And it seems like due to the police report, it sounds that so many cases are happening here in Malawi. These are suicide cases, but other cases go unreported. But we should say that civil society organizations are trying their best, and then chiefs are leaders, faith leaders, they're trying their best to make sure that these should not continue. But with the way things are here in Malawi, it seems like men are on the forefront of suicide cases. And one of the reasons is betting, like betting, as in betting, maybe you all understand the aviator thing. And, we are talking about gambling. And then we have a lot of contribution to this. So that's the whole feature all about. Thank you.
Thank you so much sharing the coverage. Like depends on the country, depends on the society, depends on the culture, and depends on the issue. Like through this sharing, we can learn and get inspired various perspective and reporting experience. Thank you so much again. And now I would like to go back to Miss Juliet Makwama again. Miss Juliet Makwama, your connection go well. I hope your connection go well.
Okay, let's try it.
Thank you so much. Could you share your story?
All right. So for me, I have actually done quite a number of stories. I am more inclined to climate change and environmental reporting. So there was an HWPL meeting that I attended, the one that was talking about, some nuclear issues and how it has left an impact on communities despite, having happened a long time ago. So that did inspire me to sort of like do a story even from home that focuses on the need to ensure that because Zambia has for some time now, like over, I think close to 10 years, we've been talking about setting up a nuclear power plant, although it's not really taking effect, but I just did an article that was looking at the need to ensure that even as this is being discussed, even as plans are being put in place to ensure that the country has got this nuclear power plant to beat the energy crisis, there is need to put in place so to say safeguards, so that at the end of the day, much as we may have the nuclear power plant in the future, there is need to ensure that everything around it is friendly, for the people that are going to, not just those that are going to live around these nuclear power plants, but just for the whole country. Yeah, so I did speak to some authorities and just ordinary people in that story.
Thank you so much. And maybe next time, could you share the cover of your story? Maybe we can share the story with other journalists. And also, if you don't mind, could you turn on the camera if the connection allowed us?
Sorry, you're saying?
Could you turn on your camera? Could you try to turn on?
The camera?
Yes, if you are available.
All right. Do that. Is that better? Is that
Wow. Hello, it's really nice to see you. And thank you for sharing your story. And could you sh briefly share about how how do you feel like your interview on the MAGP Media Association for Global Peace?
Sorry, come again. I'm so sorry. I am outdoors, so there's a bit of wind. Maybe if we just come
So
again.
you are joined as our first journalist to be featured in this interview series of MAGP here. So how do you feel? How was it?
How was the interview?
Yes. And do you
Okay.
recommend other journalists to join this MAGP interview?
Yes, yes, yes. The interview with me, it was okay. It was eye-opening, looking at the questions that I had to answer. It was quite opening in that I think most of the times as journalists, like one of my colleagues from here had said, that we want to cover things that are political in nature, and this time around, because of the elections that are coming up, I'm talking about for the case of Zambia, everybody wants to focus on elections. But looking at the questions that I needed to answer, for that interview, for me, it was an eye opener that as a journalist, there's so much that I can do through my services. I can write stories that have an impact on people. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that is connected to politics. Well, it can be connected to politics, but bring out the impact that will be of that will have a positive um, sort of thing, for the people, for the communities that we serve. Yeah. All right. I'm being distracted. So yeah. So also the fact that as a journalist, I also need to be thinking about the communities that I serve, the target groups, so to say, what issues are they going through? So it's like I'm thinking for them, the vulnerable people. I'm thinking for them. I'm a bridge between the policymakers, the national leaders, even the community leaders. So I'm providing a voice for the voiceless through my work.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I look forward to joining other projects if we have. Could you?
Sorry?
If we have another interview and project, could you join again? And do you want to recommend the interview to other journalists?
Yes, yes, I will join.
Okay, thank you so much for your sharing stories. Thank you so much. And now I would like to go back to Mr. Petey. Mr. Petey, the floor is yours. Could you share about the behind the story? Joseph Petey? Mr. Joseph Petey? Are you with us? Hello, Mr. Joseph.
Sorry.
Are you with us? If you need more time, maybe we can go back.
We can just pass. I'm having a cup of tea, sorry.
So are you available to share your story now?
No, sorry, not now.
Okay,
Maybe we can just pass it, yeah.
maybe next time. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your sharing. Now, I would like to move on to our public relations, Director of Public Relations of HWPL Global 8 Branch. Here is Miss Kim, Amanda Kim.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to also share about my article. And I am Amanda Kim, and I'm the General Director of Public Relations Department of Global 8 Branch. And actually, I'm running an online media, Global Chronicle, with beautiful name. My colleague Joseph Puri recommended me this name. Thank you. And before introduce my article, I would like to share briefly about explaining why we planned and reported on this nuclear records as a global heritage webinar. Can you please scroll down? And this series, between 1946 and 1958, the Marshall Islands were subjected to 67 nuclear tests conducted by the United Nations, and many of these tests were carried out in the atmosphere, and their impacts extended far beyond the test sites themselves. So the communities experienced displacement and environmental contamination and health concern because of the contamination of nuclear effects and long-term social and cultural consequences. And even today, many people around the world know very little about this history. So for this reason, HWPL and our team plan to the Pacific Nuclear Legacy Human Rights webinar series to raise awareness of this issue and to encourage international discussion. In the first webinar, experts and representatives from the Marshall Islands in that island and also the Pacific country, Fiji, and also from Belgium and Netherlands, highlighted why the nuclear legacy of the Pacific remains an important human rights, and also the environmental and peace issue today. And in our second webinar, which was 9th of May, we explored the topic from more scientific perspective, inviting former CTBTO from Austria, the officer and the peace science expert, Mr. Martin Kalinowski, to explaining the historical data of the nuclear testing and its continuing impact and the importance of preserving the records and evidence. So we are currently preparing for our another third webinar and hope to bring additional expert voices to further highlight the issue from different perspectives. And what is the most important is that these stories are shared and many historical records and testimonies and photographs and documentary related to the nuclear testing are risk of being forgotten or lost because of the climate change and rising sea levels create additional challenges for preserving this heritage. So therefore, international support is really needed, and mechanisms such as UNESCO Memory of World, documentary heritage programs can also play an important role in protecting these records for further our future generations. And as media professionals, I believe this is where journalism has an essential role to play through responsible reporting, and we can preserve historical truth and amplify the voices of affected communities and help ensure that these tragedies are neither forgotten nor repeated. So, in many ways, these efforts align with our Article 10 of the Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War, which is DPCW, proclaimed by HWPL, which is the spreading a culture of peace through education and awareness and public participations. So we really look forward to sharing the next webinar with you and also kindly ask for your continued interest and media coverage. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Please give a round of applause to our game. So please join more activities with HWPL and Global Chronicle. And I look forward to joining all of participants here, make a great movement with HWPL together. So before wrapping up session number 2, I would like to share one small message with everyone. Even if you didn't have enough time to prepare your article or content for today this time, you truly hope you will join again next time and proudly share your own stories and media work with us. Simply listening to how journalists from other countries approach their reporting and community issues can become a great source of inspiration and new ideas. Especially because a global platform focused on peace media and international dialogue like this is very meaningful, thanks to all of your participants here as a peace messengers. This is such an action of spreading of culture of peace. We hope everyone here may participate with an open mind, freely connect with one another, and live today with meaningful insights, motivation, and valuable relationships. It's truly valuable to hear these rare experiences directly from journalists working in the field. Thank you once again. Now we will move on to our final session. We would like to recognize peace publicity ambassadors who have been actively promoting the values of peace and international cooperation together with HWPL. Today's ambassadors have made meaningful contributions to society through journalism, media engagement, and public communication. So, through their consistent participation, content sharing, and commitment to promoting the value of peace, they have demonstrated outstanding dedication as partners in building a culture of dialogue and understanding. Through their continued participation, meaningful content, and commitment to dialogue and understanding, they have become valuable partners in building a culture of peace. At this time, we would like to invite Mr. Joseph Piri, producer of Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation, and Andy Bermout, founder of In the Gazette Belgium, for the appointment ceremony. Please join me in welcoming them.
Thank you, Candice.
So, I will now read the appointment of the HWPL Peace Publicity Ambassador. HWPL hereby appoints you as an HWPL Publicity Ambassador in the recognition of your meaningful contribution to peace journalism, international communication, and global media collaboration. Through your media activities and commitment to social responsibility, you have contributed to promoting dialogue, mutual understanding, and a culture of peace across communities and nations. We sincerely look forward to your continued role as a bridge connecting media, people, and peace around the world. Please give them a big round of applause. Congratulations once again. And over the past year, both Mr. Giuseppe and Mr. Andy Bermouth have made remarkable contributions to promoting peace through media. Mr. Giuseppe participated in HWPL World Peace Summit and produced special media content introducing peace initiatives to local audiences in Zambia. And Mr. Andy Bermouth has actively collaborated with HWPL and various peace education initiatives, helping to expand dialogue and awareness of peace across Belgium and Europe. As HWPL Peace Publicity Ambassadors, they will continue to participate in international media activities and peace initiatives, including opportunities to engage with the HWPL World Peace Summit and other global programs. We sincerely look forward to your continued contributions, and once again, congratulations to our newly appointed ambassadors.
Thank you so much, Candice. And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you once again. And through media, dialogue, and international connection, we believe each of us has a role to play in building greater understanding and promoting a culture of peace. And as we celebrate their appointment today, we also hope that many of journalists and media professionals joining us here today will continue to be part of this growing community. So we look forward to continuing this journey together through the Global Peace Media Fellowship. Now let's move on to the announcement session. We would like to briefly introduce several upcoming events. There are 4 events we would like to introduce. First, June 4th, Peace Talk event in Netherlands. Second, June 6th, Interfaith Sports Day in Zambia. And June 27th, Cleanup Crime Down Youth Cleaning Volunteer in Zambia. And fourth, June 27th, Global Peace Media Fellowship second round will be held. So please join and please come and get a lot from all the activities. HWPL will continue sharing press kits, media materials, and coverage opportunities through our fellowship WhatsApp community. We encourage everyone to stay connected through the group and make use of these resources for your media activities. And we are going to share our press release for today's fellowship as well. And this is an open opportunity for collaboration and media access within an international network of connected journalists. Once again, thank you to all journalists and media professionals who joined the very first Global Peace Media Fellowship today. And I would like to ask some of you to share your thoughts and impressions of today's event. So first, could I ask to Mr. Andreas Clem? Mr. Clem, how about today's first session of the fellowship?
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful, and I believe it is important to connect each other and that we stay close to the truth, that we will share the truth, accurate information, and will provide also the tools for all people to get access to full information, accurate information, understanding, dialogue, peace, justice, and so that we will be able to be a bridge, that we will be act also as a peace builder, and that we will be able to unite as we are one for peace, justice, liberty, and for a brighter and better future.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next fellowship and other peace activities. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. Now I would like to move on to Miss Julia Makoma. Miss Makoma, could you share about your impression that how was this fellowship today?
Well, I think the fellowship has been okay. It's the introduction to the many others that we'll be having. So it's been good insights for what else to expect after everything is done. And indeed, thank you to WPL for the opportunity to be part of this training, which I believe will go a long way in bettering the stories that come out from ourselves, so that the stories are not just stories, but stories that will have an impact for peace and everything good.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to your collaboration with HWPL. And now I would like to ask to, thank you. And now I'd like to ask to Mr. Osman. Mr. Osman, could you share your thought or impression of today's fellowship?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So I would say today's fellowship has been great and very insightful. I should say that I've learned a lot from here, experience from other media gurus, understanding here and there. I hope the next one will also be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your sharing, and I look forward to seeing you next fellowship as well.
You're much
Now,
welcome.
and now, could I ask to Mr. Emmanuel Muwimba? Hello, Mr. Emmanuel Muwimba. Mr. Muwimba, could you share your thought that how was today's fellowship? If you are not available, turn on the microphone. Please share through the chat room. Now, I would like to move on to Miss Tawanda. Hello, Miss Tawanda. Are you with us? Could you share your thought and impressions of today's fellowship?
Insightful. I particularly enjoyed the story from Malawi on issues of suicide. I think it speaks to a broader picture of issues of, because to some extent they are kind of a neglected gender, maybe because we've shifted, we've given too much attention to the women. So I particularly enjoyed that story. But generally, I've had a lot of insight just learning from other media colleagues. It has been very interesting and very informative.
Thank you so much. And I would like to see you again next fellowship and other activities again.
Definitely, most definitely.
Thank you so much. And now I will and now I would like to move on to if you don't mind, I think it's right or not, but I would like to ask to Pixel 4a 5G. Is there Pixel 4a 5G? Are you with us? Well, actually, I don't get your name, so I have no choice but to call you Pixel 4a 5G. If you are with us, please share your impression for chat room. Now, I would like to move on to Joseph. Mr. Piri, Joseph.
Oh, great. I'm here. I'm done having a cup of tea. My quick impression about this is that I'll say that if there is something that you're going to credit HWPL for, that's a proper organization. This fellowship was well organized. Just like I know you guys, you are good at organizing and making sure that everything falls in place. To me, actually, this didn't feel like the inaugural or the opening fellowship. It felt like we've been having this already. And I've learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to working with people like Andres, Tawanda, as well as Osman. And lastly, I want to believe that this was recorded, and I'll ask you, Candice, or Amanda, to secure a recording for me so that I can translate this into a radio documentary. Thank you so much. This was an insightful fellowship.
Thank you so much. And we look forward to your cooperation. You're already showing us a lot. And thank you once again. And now I would like to move on to Mr. Piri Harrison. Harrison Piri. Hello, are you with us?
Yeah, I can get it.
Yes, I
So,
can wait to hear your answers. Like
yeah,
how was
So
today's fellowship?
today's fellowship was awesome. It was good to hear stories from different parts, from also different journalists. When you interact with different people from different culture and hearing different stories from different parts of the world, it is really, really encouraging. And as a journalist, it's good to know what is going on. And for HWPL to come up with such a fellowship, it is really, really awesome. And I believe that in future, it will be more than this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Harrison, and please come and enjoy our fellowship next month again.
Sure.
Thank you for your time. And now I would like to ask Miss Patricia. Miss Patricia, if you are available, are you with us? Please turn on your microphone and could you share your impression of today's fellowship? Yes, if you are available, please share through your impression through chat room. And through today's fellowship, we were reminded, despite our different countries and environment, journalists share a common belief in the power of media to connect society and create dialogue. Most importantly, today was not simply about listening to presentations, but about sharing experience and perspective from the field. We hope this fellowship will continue to inspire meaningful journalism, impactful activities, and international collaboration moving forward. Now let's take a commemorative photo wrapping up today's event with your index finger up. I will count 1 to 3 and please say we are one. Before we taking commemorative photos, please turn on your camera if you are available. Okay, I can see some of your face. It's really good to see you. Okay, so I will count 1 to 3. So please say we are one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We are one.
We are one.
Thank you. Thank you so much today. And thank you once again for staying with us until the end. And we wish you all a wonderful day and we look forward to seeing you again next month. Thank you for your time and thank you for joining today. Have a wonderful day. Next time.
Thank you so much. See you next month.
Thank you, Mr. Clem. Thank you, Ms. Tawanda. Thank you, Mr. Osman. Thank you, Ms. Makoma.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Patricia. Thank you, Mr. Muwimba. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Joseph.
Wow. He's sending a heart. Thank you, Osman. Oh, Osman.
Thank you.
Yeah. Please share your article next month. And also, Mr. Andres, we want to hear from you. Maybe you can share about your story of book.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.